Now the Dark Souls games have turned beating you up until you like it into its own genre. Rediscover one of the only good reasons to own a PS3 that Sony locked away in a vault for a decade until they made it one of the only good reasons to own a PS5. Demon's Souls. Experience the remastering of the first Souls game that everyone has been asking for on PC forever. Made exclusively for PlayStation 5 and completely without the involvement of the original developers. Because Sony treats the Demon's Souls IP like Gollum treats the One Ring for some reason. But that still remains surprisingly faithful to the experience of the original, with the possible exception of some art design changes that will fuel countless hours of sweaty forum rage, resulting in a game that looks, runs, and most importantly loads like a next-gen experience, but simultaneously feels kind of dated, in a strange combo of nostalgia and novelty that's unique to the world of rehashed video games. And since they shut off the servers for the original like 2 years ago, it's the only way to play Demon's Souls now. PlayStation. Play has no limits. Unless the game is like 10 years old, then you gotta spend $500. Uncover the magic of the original Souls experience and witness the origins of almost every trope that defines the Souls games, featuring the bridge where a dragon shows up from nowhere to incinerate your dumb ass, that part where you have to carefully fall down a pit, the massively intimidating but ultimately simple gimmick bosses, the tiny mineral lizards you'll literally chase off a cliff, illusionary walls and total bullshit traps around every corner, the hive-inducing frustration of running to a boss for the 20th time, and, of course, explaining almost nothing about the story or mechanics, all while wearing a silly hat that looks like a single bugle, in an experience that is as familiar now as it was befuddling back then. It even has the horrible poison swamp that sucks. They thought that one was so good they put it in literally every other game they've made since. Enjoy the few unique mechanics that From Software didn't decide to regurgitate for the next decade, like having a mana bar instead of limited casts, so you can play as a royal and laser everything like your Master Chief from the start. Some extra mean PvP stuff, including a spear that lets you invade some new player and destroy all their equipment, hopefully causing them to sell back the game, the system, all their possessions, and go join a monastery. And the granddaddy of abandoned Souls concepts, the World Tendency System. An extremely cryptic level-based karma thing that all sorts of secret content was locked behind, which basically meant going back to the Nexus to commit suicide whenever you beat a boss. And hey, that's a hell of a lot less painful with basically no load times. Back in my day, we had to stare at an image of Lord Rydell for 3 minutes every time, and we liked it. So strap on that enchanted falchion and get ready to say your umbasas, as the most compelling product on the PlayStation 5 refills its role from 2 generations ago, and frankly still does it pretty well. That is, assuming you can actually find someone willing to take your money in exchange for a PlayStation 5. You might as well melt down your PS3 disc into a crude idol and pray to the god of Walmart checkout connectivity. Starring I'm blue, Thomas the Stock Engine, Brock and Sindri, Ifu for Lifu, Saint Bad Haircut, Sage in the Streets, Freak in the Sheets, Witches Get Stitches, Side Questa of Boletaria, Quantum Douche, Goyurt, Mephistopheles, Loves to Get Penetrated, and King All Up in That Ass, Demon's Toll. Now only $4.99.99. The greatest heresy this game did was changing the cat ring icon. At least they left it in the credits.